Those are symbols you usually like to
You
see.
don't have any save data for Fire Emblem Warriors.
That's also something you probably aren't normally used to seeing from me. Hello everyone, Praise Good here. We're embarking on the Muso Fighter path again. I've done it twice now. And this time it's no longer with the Zelda Coda Paint, although that one's probably going to come in time because I've pretty much pigeonholed myself into anything Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom related at this point. But, oh, right, I have all this. But anyway, welcome to a playthrough, let's play, however you want to call it, of Fire Emblem Warriors. As the opening cutscene will go through, and I might just cut into having it play, but Fire Emblem Warriors is probably the only way you're going to see me play anything related to Fire Emblem. So like I said, Fire Emblem Warriors is probably the closest you're going to get me to playing anything Fire Emblem related. Why, might you ask? Do you hate the characters? No. Actually, there's a few characters I like in the Fire Emblem. Is it the aesthetic? No. It's the genre. I am trash at tactics, so I don't like common tactics games. There are a few exceptions, which I'll probably get to those 2 exceptions in the future at some point. Now, gameplay-wise, choosing either character here will not influence how the game plays out. Both Rowan and Liana function the same. It's kind of like Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, where Jita and whatever the main guys, they basically are the exact same, except their animations may look a little different. My personal playthrough, I went with Rowan. I kind of hate Rowan, so maybe Liana will actually... Well, maybe Liana will make me enjoy the game a little more. Now, there's going to be a few things I'm going to talk about here, because this is one of the... Because, what is it? The Muso Fighter games, I really love. I love them because I love stupid beat-em-ups. So I have played this game to 100% completion, including DLC. I have no life this game. I'm pretty sure I streamed this game when it first came out. I spent all my spare time in this game unlocking the weapons that are, or unlocking the capabilities that are unique to each character-specific weapon. I have no life the hell out of this game. I'm pretty sure if I were to go look at it, which I might do that while I'm editing. Hi, editing scooter, can you pull it up? Hopefully it still carries over. I have probably close to 200 hours in this game. But what I will say is, if you're unless you are really good at Muso fighters, and I mean like really good, like, you know, you I guess for Age of Calamity is probably my best example. Unless you can effectively 3-heart run Age of Calamity, start on normal. We'll get 4 difficulty options as time goes along, and I'll talk more about those difficulty options and what benefits they give later on. Start with normal for now. And this is more for those folks that are hardcore fans of Fire Emblem. If you like the classic style Fire Emblem where a unit falls in battle, they're just gone. Now, unfortunately, I never played on this method, so I don't know if they fall in battle, if they're just gone for good, or once you beat the game, you can use them again. But I'm going to stick with casual, because I'm not that great. Yeah, I'm going to leave it slow and steady because I do need to talk about things, and I'll need those breaks in combat to actually let me form thoughts properly.
Choose your save data.
I'll need those breaks in combat to let me form coherent thoughts, because let's be honest, the last few times I've done a beat 'em up or a Muso fighter like this, I'll get into the flow of combat, and then I'll talk like I'm a caveman.
I won't let you defeat us. Your power is nothing compared to the bonds that connect us. Your madness ends here and now.
Our friends, our world's counting on us. We won't let it be destroyed. Together,
All of us shall win. My time has come.
So let's see.
Not after coming so far.
I do remember something. I do remember some things about the game, playing the titular characters. Now, even though we do have the main characters and whatnot, personally speaking, I'll be doing everything in my power to avoid the titular characters. I do not like how they play. Play style, their play style of the titular character, I think actually reflects closest back to how Zelda played in the original Hyrule Warriors, like almost point for point. All about managing a light and darkness system, not light and darkness, managing a light point system to do extra damage. You have to do specific combos. I play these games, I find the combo, and I stick with that combo, and I make sure, and if it's an overbearing combo, it is usually the combo I will constantly use. Constantly. So, gameplay loops might become a little annoying. But regardless, titular character, kind of poo-poo. So, unfortunately, this gameplay you're seeing of the titular character is only going to be, like, for now. But anyway, if you're familiar with... If you are familiar with how Fire Emblem... Or, if you're familiar with Fire Emblem and its lores, you may see very many familiar characters, but...
with everyone by my side, there is nothing to fear.
God, I forgot this is like the first game that you heard Marth's English voice.
Here to help.
Alright, Marth is also kind of poopy in this game. Let me finish this combo. Let me finish this combo and we'll switch to characters. So yeah. But yeah. Let me pause so I can actually get this thought out of my head. Would play much like playing again, my preference point is having my other friends play Fire Emblem. Much like with playing other Fire Emblem games, when you play this, you want to choose 4 to 6 characters from the roster that you want to focus on, and make sure you focus on them. So pick somebody who specializes in a weapon type, because weapon types do matter to a small degree. Pick somebody who specializes in a weapon type and possibly a movement type, and focus all of your level up materials, all that stuff into those 4 characters. Now, aside from my personal playthrough, I'm going to try and focus on different characters this time around. Though there might be 1 or 2 characters that'll make a return trip from when I first played this game on my own time. Anyway, mark time. Martha. Oh, we can play as Crom. Huh. I never really focused on Marth and his combos, to be honest. Oh, I remember this. Okay, we'll see the stage more later, actually. We'll probably see more. We'll see the stage later, because as stupid as this sounds, we're actually playing the final stage right now. So let's go ahead and switch to Crom. Yeah, Crom. I would say Crom actually functions a lot like Link does from the base Hyrule Warriors. So Crom is contention for a sword user I would probably use in this game. Also, I want you to know we use many sword users. Now, get that line out. Now, I should say, for anybody watching that likes Fire Emblem, I'm sorry, I'm going to ruin everything for you. But also, characters that are featured in this game are going to primarily be characters that were popular in Fire Emblem games from Fire Emblem Revelations and Birthright and prior. So unfortunately, no Fire Emblem. Sorry, this is why I don't play them. So no, basically none of the Fire Emblems that were mainline titles on the Switch. Neither of those, or neither of those two. Anyway, Corn. Also, I will note. I'll also tell you that a lot of the characters, because I did say that, a lot of the characters that will be prominently featured are going to be characters from the 3DS title Birthright and Revelations.
No running away this time. Now, together, we can take on anything.
Everything we've lost. We're going to take it all back.
So a lot of what we saw there is basically the story playing out. Because like I said, we basically played the final mission, and now we're going to go back to the start of the story.
No way am I sitting on the throne. Let Leanna take it instead. I'm gonna be Aetolus's most powerful knight.
Well, I don't want it either. You could be a knight and a king.
You know I don't want to be both.
I'm not taking the crown.
And again with the bickering. You two stand at the cusp of adulthood. What would he think of it if your father saw you acting like this?
Prince Darius of Gristone has arrived.
Darius is here? All right! I
Hey,
know I'll
wait!
beat
Rowan!
him.
No sparring today! He already promised he'd help me with my studies. Are you listening?
Just you wait. You're gonna lose to me again.
Whenever you're ready, Rowan.
You say you'll beat him again, but Darius has never lost to you to begin with. Are you all right?
Now then, let's see what Leanna can do. If you meant to sit and watch, then you are very much mistaken.
I don't normally wield a sword when I'm so outmatched. But if it means that I'll get better, then I'm happy to oblige.
You know what is ideal. Strength and wisdom alike, both in equal measure.
The sky!
What the heck?
We're under attack! Sound the alarm! What are these things?
They're going
The
for...
throne room!
If she's up there, then...
Mother's in danger!
Mother!
You two must keep going. Leave your mother's safety to me.
But...
No, I'm coming with you.
You can't. The enemy is already inside the castle. If you're captured...
Prince Rowan, Princess Leanna, we've been looking everywhere. It isn't safe here. We have to get you to the secret passage at once.
What are you talking about?
An emergency escape route, my lord. The Queen is already on her way there.
All right. Let's hurry to join them.
We're coming, Mother.
I hate Rowan with a dying passion. Nothing against the voice actor. Job's a job. Got the bag. Whatever. I hate Rowan's voice. I hate his personality. I hate everything about Rowan. I hate Rowan. Anyway, so that's why I said playing as Leanna will make me like things better. Something I find kind of funny is actually... Something I find kind of funny is that everything you're seeing here for characters, our weapons, the enemy weapons, they're all green right now. So they're all green. Everything's all green right now, and that reflects that will. What is it? My brain will kick over sometime soon. It does reflect the rarity or the quality of the weapon you're using. We are going to get weapons. There are going to be better weapons. This is older Dynasty Warriors, Muso Fighter stuff where weapons have a rank to them. Weapons we're using right now are C rank, the lowest rank. So we will get B, A, and even S rank. S rank is, of course, what we're aiming for. And there are character-specific special weapons that are in that S rank category. Starting off, the weapons are those character-specific weapons are going to be one of a kind for each character. But once we get into post-game, you know, grind... Once we get basically past the main story and even some subsequent plot stuff, or not DLC campaigns, once we start getting that stuff, the character-specific weapons are going to become duplicative. Yeah, words are hard. Anyway, let's talk about the warrior gauge, which, well, this is basically the special that's like, hey, would you like to empty the room? Let's empty the room. I guess, you know, oddly enough, without the effect that we'll see later, I think Liana and Rowan's playstyle is very closely related. Okay, just HP tonics. Don't need those right now. Rowan and Liliana's playstyle, I think, actually reflects more to Young Link's playstyle from Hyrule Warriors. Minus the fact you can spend all of your points to... Where you can spend your points to increase your... There we go. Anyway. Where you can basically transfer some of your... What was the thing? Transfer your special gauge to your super gauge. There's two different gauges here, which we'll probably see later on. Anyway, you want to... Much like with older Musou fighters, where you can't... Or for the most part, you cannot actively activate the enemy's stun gauge or critical hit point. You do have to wait for them to attack and then counterattack. Well, I found the opening. Thanks, Darius. And we are locked on already, which was the left bumper. I think this attack opens it. No, it doesn't. So enemies will guard. Yeah, if you do get hit by an enemy who is actively attacking, they will interrupt your attack. So you do have to play as... Again, this is an older Dynasty Warrior game, so you do have to spend the time... Oh, I did trigger. You can break it open early. Neat. There we go. Critical finish. Also, there was this over here. Can I attack still? Nope. Okay, that's basically the first. That's basically the first two story missions finished.
We're here to save you, Mother.
Please be safe, Mother.
Mother, are you okay?
Yes, I am so glad to see you are safe as well. Thank you, Prince Darius.
Don't relax just yet. Looks like we've got company closing in.
Mother, are you okay?
Yes, but I can't make it through. The two of you must go without me.
No, we can't!
Take this shield and hurry to the temple.
Mother, we can't just leave you behind!
There isn't time to argue about this. Prince Darius, please watch over my children.
You have my word. Come on, we have to go.
No way! Mother, you're coming with us!
This whole passage is coming down around us. We have to go.
I'm sure we'll find another way out of the castle. Now, get going.
Come on!
Mother, no!
And that is where we find ourselves at this point of our quest.
Looks like we've come out beyond the castle walls.
How could we let this happen?
We shouldn't have left her behind.
Don't let her sacrifice be in vain. You have to think carefully about what you'll do next. Your mother wanted you to have that shield, right? You need to take it to the temple.
Mother knew what to do. Without her...
We're worse than helpless.
There's no time for tears. Ready your blades. We're doomed if we don't fight.
So, as dumb as this is going to be, this is a good stopping point, even though we basically have had very basic introductions to the game. And I'll get better with my teaching of the game in time, because much like in a lot of games nowadays, it front loads all the information to you. It doesn't let you explore, so I'll be able to talk about tic-tacs and tactics as time goes along. But everyone, thank you so much for watching the inaugural episode of Fire Emblem Warriors. And come back next time when we'll see what that very special shield does. Don't worry, I'm not so dumb. I don't understand that is the Fire Emblem. I'll see you folks next time. Take care.